So nice. Hello. How's my Pookie Bear Alex on this warm Friday? It is kind of warm, and I just made a coffee. I was just rushing to finish it because I forgot about it almost. How are you guys doing? I just inhaled the burrito, now I feel high. I get that, dude. Also, Simple, thank you so much, and Renz, thank you so much for your subs. I really appreciate it, guys. For your new mode 65, you put the switches in. They were MX Blacks or Hyperglides. They were Hyperglides. I'm pretty positive they were Hyperglides. Smile. Truth be told, the ZX, I think most modern MX Black switches will probably be Hyperglides. But I'm pretty positive they were Hyperglides. And honestly, there's not much of it. Like, to me anyways, there's not much of a sound difference between the two of them. Also, Tabithy, how you doing? Hello, thank you so much for your Prime. Whew, today's been something, dude. Have you seen this board, and what do you think? IVWorks Umbra. I've seen this board. This board looks super cool. I would love to take a look at one personally. And if I think if I don't take a look at one and they happen to get some other content creators, I still might watch it and I still might pick it up. You guys know me. I'm a sucker for a good. I'm just like such a sucker for a good 60% keyboard, dude. Like, if you can get me a good 60%, like, I'm into it. Yeah, and the PCB is really nice too. It has that Protozoa PCB kind of style. I think it's going through. Is it going through Protozoa as one of the vendors, or is it just going to be IVWorks? It kind of reminds me of the what's it called, Protozoa style there. I'm a sucker for your sweet face. What's up, Avo? Hi, guys. How you doing? How's everyone feeling today? It's Friday. Thank goodness, bro. I'm so tired. This has been a long day today. Even yesterday was such a long day. Dude, that's a great question because I don't know which ones these are. Let me double check. Actually, we got some more boards in today. Oof, there's some fun stuff in the future. Let me double check. Let me tell you guys exactly what these things are. I have still no idea. Maybe we won't use these today because I don't know what these are. I have other switches we're going to use, if anything. I was going to use these, but I'm not sure what they are. I got them from Swag Keys. They sent them over with some other stuff, and I was going to use them today because they sound like they're going to be immaculate, but here's like an extra fluffy. It's because it kind of is today, man. I don't know which ones these are. Never seen them before. Yeah, it didn't show on their website, so yeah, I like their packaging. It's cute. Oak.
Hi, buddy. How are you doing? Been
Okay.
missing you a lot lately. Ilf's just been too busy. Hope all is well.
I get that, dude. Honestly, I feel you. This week's been a killer week, bro. You don't have to apologize at all, Oak. Love you, dude. It's NBA final season. Where were you when the Raptors won the championship? I was downtown celebrating. I was at work. I'm not really too into the sports myself, Beldoink, but yeah, I remember when that happened. I was at work, and everyone's celebrating, and then I remember a few people in the office wanted to go celebrate, and we all got told to shut up and keep working. So that's basically what happened. But Oak, I'm doing really well. How about you, though, man? Oh, this is still very, very hot. I love SWK switches. I think I might like them a tiny bit more than HMX. Are they toucans? Oh, that would make sense. Why didn't I... No, it's not the Duck ones. SWK toucans. That would make sense. The colorway makes sense for that. They're a little deeper than some of the other SWK switches. I don't know what best to describe these as, only because I have not used a plethora of SWK switches. Like, I haven't used an absolute metric butt ton that I can, like, tell you guys. Also, funny story. I'm going to tell you guys a great story, okay? Do you guys remember how the mouse that I ordered got lost? Well, basically, now it's like, it was, so 2 days ago they said, lost. And they basically just shipped me another one and it came in. So now I have the mouse. I don't know how I feel about it so far. She's gone. Yeah, they said it's gone. They don't even know what's happening. They actually reached out to me. So I don't know how I feel about it so far. It's the vertical mouse. I'm finding accuracy on this thing is not very great, but it is comfortable. But it's not super great accuracy for like small movements, I guess. But I'm gonna give it some more time. For everything but gaming, yeah, like I will say I much prefer this over this for normal everyday use. Yeah, like I feel like I'm gonna get used to this. So I got this at a good price, dude. First of all, I used some Amazon credits that I had, and second of all, it was on sale for $59. It was like an open box unit, and then they shipped me a brand new unit because they couldn't find it. How awesome is that? It's the what is it called again? MX Vertical. So it wasn't that much money at all. So we're gonna use some SWK toucan switches, and this is a bit of an older board, but not so much to the point where it's like outdated or anything. I've reviewed the Hope in the past, and this is sort of just kind of another look at it. Desk Hero, I believe, has all of these Hopes in stock right now, and I believe they're also offering free shipping. They are quite pricey. Actually, I don't know what they are in USD. I only know Canadian buckaroos. So let me just double check USD for you guys. Do they actually allow US dollars on this? Maybe not, but it's about 700 Canadian. Let me double check what this turns into.
Want
USD.
Coing.
Pars, of course you can have that. Of course, Pars. Let's see, what is this in American? So this is about $500 for this keyboard. It's like I said, this is kind of that older generation of board where they were kind of a little bit more pricey. It's definitely on the higher side of things. We'll take a look at it. I think from a realistic standpoint, this probably made sense when it came out. I think this did okay when it came out, but we'll see how it holds up. I would like to see, again, like I'm just speaking kind of out of my ass because I don't know how much, this isn't Desk Hero's design, by the way. This is just like extras and stuff. I would like to see potentially the price lowered on this, but I don't know if that's like humanly possible at this point. But let's take a look at the Hope75. It's a pretty looking board. It has a cool RGB strip. Obviously, this is a little bit like a time machine board right now because this kind of follows some design cues from a little while ago. So we're gonna get that, beautiful flex cut PCB. We do have a PC plate. It looks heavy. It had some weight. This has a bunch of stuff in the box over here. So we got some magnetic feet. So this is the gaskets for the feet, I believe. So I remember all of these being magnetic, which was probably my only gripe with the board back when it came out. Some feet, some shims, because this is a thinner PCB, which makes me maybe want to rethink my stab choice for this. And then we have some pour-on gaskets, and then we have the Hope75. It does have some weight to it, but let's take a quick little peek-sees at this within PCB. Yeah, I might want to go rethink my stab choice with this. So this kind of follows, I would say this is very close to what the, actually, let's see how we open this. The 7V kind of looks like, This is, again, this was during that big hype, this big boom of keyboards where there were certain design cues kind of happening, and this was one of them. It's an interesting board still. And you guys can see there's where the magnetic feet are. Again, that was probably my only gripe back when this board came out. Maybe we'll have some new things to talk about here, but somebody scratched Hope weights because they can't. Right? So, Rob, I am 100% with you. Like I said a few times today, this was my biggest gripe with the board. I have a personal Hope75 that I ended up picking up way back when, and it's scratched to shit. But you kind of need to use the magnets because there's screws hiding underneath here. It's its own thing. I don't love the magnets on this board, but ultimately I ended up liking the board enough to pick one up. So let's see how it holds up till now.
PD gifted a tier 1 sub to Mortgage Dude 11.
Zach, thank you so much, dude. I appreciate that, bro. I built this board recently. I remember assembling it being a bit of a catch-22 with the screws. Yeah, this whole board has some like interesting designs, choices to it. Like again, we're not going to look at this as a board now because this is not a board that was created now. This was a board that was created a little while ago. So we're going to have as much fun as we possibly can with this. By the way, this is not a sponsored stream or anything. This is actually Desk Heroes unit. I actually asked if I can take a look at it because they have so many, and I was like, how does this hold up? So we're going to see how this holds up. Mainly because I don't have any extra PCBs for my own personal unit, so I decided that I'd ask to build their unit. They said use whatever switches I want in it, by the way, and then I'll ship it back to them, but probably just use these because it's a hot swap PCB and steal my switches back afterwards. This is the PCB. It was a 1.2 mil.
Wow, that mouse. Learning each stream with you.
Thank you, dude. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, Dan. Danzu, that's so kind. Thank you, dude. I'd like to see a stream looking into some older builds to see how they hold up to today's standards. That's exactly what today is, Zach, honestly. It's exactly what the purpose of today's stream is. I was just like, how does this hold up? And then Desk Hero, they're very awesome. They'd let me build one, so. It was a few years ago now. I feel like this was, you know what? That's a great question when this originally came out. Let's see if I can pull that up for you guys. Oh. Hope75. 2021 is when it hit GeekHack, so 2021, a few years ago. Oh, like a few from the vault, you're tearing them down, looking into them? That would be a really fun project. Maybe we can do some stuff like that for July. July could be a very fun month for that. So, we have our PCB. Flex cuts. We're probably going to put some foam in this, honestly. I don't personally have enough faith to not use foam for this today. Oh, my AirPods fell. Yeah, 3 years ago or so. But I guess let's start assembling some stabilizers. I think I am going to go double check what other stabs I have to use today, so just give me one moment, guys. Alex's first creamy board, let's go. Technically, to be a foamy board we haven't built in a while, that's for sure. Do I have any other stabs to use? You know what? We'll use a set of these. So these are from Type Plus. I have a few of these sets. They're still prototypes, but they actually sent me some final versions of them. I just haven't unboxed them yet. We'll use these today instead of the cherry clip-ins. Cherry clip-ins sound like a nightmare with the 1.2 PCB. But how are you guys doing? We kind of just jumped right into the build today. Jeez, I didn't even ask you guys how you're doing today. But yeah, today's gonna be a bit more of a chill build. Again, thanks to Desk Hero for letting me build this in the first place. Again, this is not a sponsored stream, it's just their build, and I wanted to take a look at it. So thank you again to Desk Hero. They're an awesome Canadian vendor, by the way. A good thok every now and then doesn't hurt. Yeah, it doesn't hurt every now and then. These are the new Type Plus stabs, yeah. I have been enjoying them. I have used 3 or 4 sets. 1 off stream, so but yeah, 3 sets then, and 2 on stream. I have been enjoying them. I think they work lovely. They're easy to mod. You don't need a whole lot with them either. I probably don't even recommend dielectric grease, but they did a great job. I feel like these, to me, they're not quite at the level of what some people would consider like ease of building and use, like the night stabs. They're probably a bit more secure than night stabs, if that's even an issue for someone, just because the way they hook in. But they're just as easy to mod. Like, you don't need much with this. In fact, on the 3 builds I've done, I didn't need much at all. And I have not had to tune anything up. So, hello, music. Where did you go? But yeah, how was your guys' day? Ups and downs, my man. Honeymoon booked yesterday and an awful day at work today. Dude, sometimes it's like a win and loss type game, you know? We all have those. We all have those win and loss type things. I feel you, bro. For me, today's just been a lot of bookkeeping and stuff like that again. This whole week has, man. I've been going through emails like crazy. I spent the entire day at Service Canada to get my passport done. Bro, that is... I don't know. For the Canadians in chat, I hate going to Service Canada. I guess Service Canada is the equivalent to what? Like the DMV, I guess, for the United States? I hate it, dude. It is like the worst thing ever. It's so boring. The wires are a different way to hook in, basically. Like, I don't think these wires will ever go anywhere, you know? I just renewed my passport online. You can do it online now? I thought you had to go in. Renma, how are you doing? By the way, Renma, it's been a while. I hope everything's going fantastic. DMV is bad here. I'm thinking of driver license. Yeah. Can you recommend any want to buy and want to sell channels? I'm probably the worst person to ask for that. I'm gonna be honest, dude. I am most likely the only content creator maybe who doesn't use any of those things. I stopped using them entirely. I don't really chase after boards anymore. I tried to adopt a different mentality when it comes to these things, so I don't really know. I don't know what's good and what's not. Maybe Mech Market still? You probably have to ask someone in chat. I am, like I said, the absolute worst person to ask here. Heike, I'm fucking pooped. Dude, me too, man. Honestly. Did you have a long day, Renma? Well, last couple of exams are next Wednesday and Thursday. So you're in study mode. Someone in chat, please. Yeah, I'm not too positive, man. Salvation on Thok Supply. Wait, saw Salvation for 150 on Thok Supply? What the? Thok Supply is like a... They list things, right? I forget how Thok Supply works. Sukabel, thank you so much for a tier 1 in 3 months. Or for 3 months, rather. Thank you so much. That means so much to me. I hope you're having a fantastic day. 3 months in advance, too. That's crazy. I have been using it. So, 2 things I've noticed. None of which are big issues. I did have a dead diode. That kind of just burnt out and fizzled out. I've let... Keybay know. I have been stress testing the keyboard, and then I also double checked the hot swap. I think it was just unlucky that I had one bad diode. I ended up just replacing it. There was an extra diode on the other PCB I had, so I just moved it over. And then the other thing I noticed too, which I didn't see the first time I built it, was the weights on the bottom weren't screwed in all the way. It didn't affect the sound at all, but it did remove a weird tick that I saw in the keyboard. So that has been rectified. But yeah, I've been using it all day long. It's been fantastic. I love the way it sounds. It's pretty good. I can't really comment on if the higher front height has bothered me yet or not, because I did the majority of my writing yesterday before I actually started using this kind of like all day today. So I only did a little bit. But so far, very, very pleased, very, very happy. If you use Mech Market, there are some kind of basics to think. Yes. I think there's a lot of like, not rules per se, but just things you should be cautious of when you're using Mech Market or something. Happy to be here. I'm happy to have you. But yeah, it's been a long day, man. I can't wait to just figure out a time tonight to just to relax. Oh, did I put the wrong side stabbing here? What the? I just need to relax at this point because it has been one hell of a day. 1 sec. There's a way you have to put the stem in, and I always put it in wrong. Oh, I see. Let's go on the outside. Okay, so I put it in right. Have you ever damaged a client's board? I have, to this day, not done that. I think the only thing that's really happened with a client's board... Hold on 1 sec, guys. Sorry. Oh, these are backwards. The only thing that's ever happened with a client's board... yeah, I should move this. This is really red. Have I damaged anything? No. The only thing that someone's been like... I'll be completely upfront with you guys. I think... so I have a checklist when I do keyboard stuff. I think there's been...
Can you damage my bed?
What the? There's been 2 times ever where, so typically what I do with client boards is I'll give the PCB a wipe on the back, and then I'll also, it's specific to Heine PCBs. Heine PCBs, I find they need a little bit of an extra kind of layer of solder after I'm done the streaming, because I want to make, you know, the pyramids nice and perfect. What am I doing wrong here? 1 second. Let me focus on this for 1 second. Am I putting in these backwards? Oh, I still am. What the hell? Yeah, I one time just forgot to wipe down a PCB and then also reflow the solder a little bit so it would look nicer. But I think that's as much as I've really done. I haven't done anything else like too crazy. But I've always like if I ever mess up, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I always compensate anything and everyone that is involved with it. So it's never just like a walk away type thing. I think that's like bad attitude to have. Oh, I am putting these in the right way. But yeah, that's pretty much it though. Like that's how I operate. Will you get a zoom? Yes, I am getting a zoom. I am indeed getting a zoom. I think it actually comes in rather soon. I think. Oh, I should be looking at it this way. My bad. So nice.
Time flies.
Time does fly, dude. Time flies so quick sometimes. Who was that? Next, thank you, dude. I appreciate you. There we go. Ah, I got it. All right, that's how we do it. The L goes away from it. Okay. Man, that red line is teasing me. I'm building a board with red line tomorrow. Can't wait to unseal it. Did you get the novelties for it as well? I feel like the novelties are half the fun with Redline. Seeing a lot of sus in chat. It's okay, it's Friday. It is indeed Friday. I did not sadly just base. I think you're still gonna absolutely love it though. You will most likely absolutely still love it. I think this is maybe the only pitfall of these stabs is they do go a certain way. So you gotta kind of assemble them carefully, but they're very stable stabs. I will say that much. Very, very stable stabs. Is that actually redemption on there? Oh, no. I don't have redemption on. But, I mean, that could kind of would suit the redemption. I probably just didn't update the command for it. My bad. I have something completely different today. It's the W70 today. But the redemption in this color would probably look the exact same. So nice.
Speaking of time flying,
Mr.
over 4
Hockey.
years. So, who do you have winning the Stanley Cup?
Not the Leafs. Tell you that much. How are you doing, Mr. Hockey? I don't know. I haven't really been paying attention. I'm not crazy. I used to actually, dude, I actually used to be very into hockey. And then I completely stopped. I think I got a little bit of a... Like, I just kind of had different interests at one point, you know? Who do you have it? Who do you have it as? And also, next, thank you again for the tier 1 for 10 months. Cheeseman, thank you again, dude. Thank you, everyone, man. I appreciate you guys all. Y'all allow me to make some pretty banger content, and I appreciate that. Gonna be a banger. Celtics versus Mavs in the NBA Finals. Basketball was the only sport I couldn't really get into, and I apologize, guys. Well, actually, and I will say I never tried with hockey. Or, sorry, golf. Golf I never tried to get into. That was just me not really caring too much. Oilers, who do I think will actually win? Panthers? Yeah, wants versus reality type thing. I get you. The Wires look like co-stars. I don't think I think they might be a smidge different. But I will admit, my experience with these stabs, other than assembly, they're a little bit tough to assemble, I feel. Like they're a little bit more involved. My experience with these have been very good. They feel and sound good. They don't need much lube, and they kind of maintain how well they feel. Like I haven't had to tune these up at all. These and the night stabs I have not had to touch or tune up like one bit. Which is, I mean, that's ideal, right? Oh, did I just lag there for a second? I think my internet just cut out there for a moment. They don't have a name, and we call it hooker stabs. No, they're just called Type Plus stabs now. They got renamed to Type Plus, and that's it. Type Plus is the finalized name, I believe. And then we need which way? Tim. What's Tim saying? Tim, I just see you responding to people. But did you say something to me, Mr. Tim? If you guys don't know who Mr. Tim is, Tim streams once a year. Except when he does podcasts with me and Angel, which is also probably at this point once a month, maybe to once a year. But we love Tim. Tim's great. Tim's fantastic. If Tim didn't stop building keyboards, just notice what stabs are these. They're from Type Plus, so I think they're just recently being finalized, and I think there's gonna be a few vendors. I've been taking a look at them since their earlier prototypes. I've been, for the most part, very happy with them. He's a new streamer. Actually, Tim is the oldest keyboard streamer, if you guys didn't know. He basically wrote the book on keyboards. Some say he retired not because he wanted to, but because he wanted to let everyone else have a chance. So some say. Oh man. My name is Mr. Tim. Hold up. There can only be one. No one as old as you? Damn, that's fucked up. That's crazy to me. That is absolutely insane. Oh, you know what I started watching yesterday? Kaiju number 8. I got sucked into watching that last night. I was like, I'm gonna watch 2 episodes. I'm gonna hit to bed. It was like 11 o'clock. I'm like, 11:30. I was like, I'll watch 2 episodes. I'll head to bed. Next thing I know, it was 1:30 in the morning. Read it, don't watch it. Tim, I've been really enjoying watching it though. The one is real good so far. Yeah, I've been really enjoying it, so I've been very much enjoying it. Morning. What's up, Jer? How you doing? Read Kaiju, watch me, huh? Just one more episode, three hours later. Yeah, I think I went through 5 episodes last night. But then I'm also still actively watching Delicious in the Dungeon. I took a break because a friend wanted to watch it with me. So I was like, fuck it, dude, let's watch that. My boomer butt only found out that that was an anime from a clothing collab. I'm so happy the young people are enjoying it. Which one? Kaiju? Number 8? I don't know much about what's been released recently. I'm going to be completely honest with you, dude. I took a huge step back from anime a little while ago, only because I was finding myself doing exactly what I'm doing now. I'd sit down at night, I'd watch like 2 or 3 episodes, and next thing you know, it's actually 19 episodes and it's 4 o'clock in the morning. So that's why I had to take a step back, because I'm like, bro, I am not getting work done. But I'm kind of falling down the rabbit hole again, man. I have a few on my list to watch, and it's not healthy, I don't think. So we'll see what happens, dude. I don't know. Sounds like me playing Civ 6. Dude, if someone ever plays Civ with me, I'm always so pumped up. Always so pumped up. I love Civ. Great game. It's so good. Did I put these in backwards? Hold on one sec, guys. Oh yeah, hold on. These are backwards. Oh, how'd you find Fallout? I think Fallout was great. I really like Fallout. But why does Civ take 16 days? You know, Warhammer also takes a while too. We kind of got me and one friend actually. We got kind of into Warhammer games, and then it's also one of those things where you kind of have to take it really slow. Compliment for Schmore. Oh my goodness. Schmore, let me tell you, I want you, Schmore, okay? Forever and always. Not just for the weekend. I'm talking for life, baby. Schmore, I hope you're having a good one this weekend. Well, starting a good weekend. And I hope Friday night goes absolutely perfect, just like you. All right? You know what I miss playing? Dungeons and Dragons? The only thing... Okay, I will say this. The only thing I do miss playing with some friends here and every now and then, I actually enjoyed playing Magic the Gathering, but that also Magic's kind of expensive to play. So in a lot of ways, I don't mind me not playing Magic anymore. But yeah, that was a tough one. You got me blushing over here? Anytime, dude. Yeah, I enjoyed Magic. Oh, I think I damaged one of these things. Let me use my clippers. Kind of expensive, question mark? Yeah, I know, it's, sorry, very expensive. My bad. Might be very expensive. Commander's so good, though. Yeah, that was a fun game to play. I think I really enjoyed my time with, like, people there. I don't know if I've ever told you guys, I used to play a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Too. I think that was a card game I kind of got sucked into. MTG is insane now. Last I played was 2006 when booster boxes were like $75. Well, you know what? I hate to say this. Card games would still be fun if everyone didn't use card games as a way to, like, profit. Because even in Pokemon stuff, everyone just looks at value of things and nobody actually plays the goddamn game now. So they're going to raise the prices because people are willing to, like, you know, buy 17,000 booster boxes to resell things. Scalpers, man? Yeah. You know, they're going to find that one card and then, you know, resell it, grade it. You know, it's this whole money-making process. And that's what happens with anything, you know? Anything cool, anything, like, fun, people will find a way to, like, monetize it for themselves, and it just becomes another business. That's why shit becomes boring real quick. That is my opinion anyways. Pokemon cards were like that since the beginning? No, I wouldn't say they were since, like, the get. Like, originally, the 1 or 2 times I probably played Pokemon, it was fun. I went to a few Pokemon contests and tournaments. We enjoyed it. Went to go watch the movies in the theaters when I was a kid. We got the Pokemon cards in the theaters. That was cool. But yeah, a lot of people use card games now as, like, you know, a business model. Which, you know, ruins it for everyone else. Makes everything else very expensive. Marvel Versus was dope. Oh, was that a digital card game? Dude, you know what I fell really into? Oh, Digimon was really fun. I really enjoyed Digimon. But I fell a little bit into Hearthstone. And I remember I made some questionable decisions spending money in Hearthstone too. Ultimately, though, it was fun, I guess. I didn't mind Hearthstone. MTG Arena is cool and you can play for free. Yeah, I think a lot of the card games have like their digital thing now, and I mean, you don't necessarily have to spend money, but I feel like a lot of people do. Digimon was interesting to me only because I have a very, very soft spot for Digimon, man. Digimon was like, it was so good. If you guys ever catch Gym Leader Nathan streaming, you should ask him about his thoughts with Digimon. He's a big Digimon person. I had the Digimon Racing game for my Game Boy. Oh yeah, I remember that. That was a fun one. And I am like struggling with my hands today. Digimon was fun. Oh, come on. Come on, little... There we go. Let's get... a lot of people I know from the Pokemon TCG have been raving about Digimon. Oh, you mean the card game? I've had a few friends tell me that the Digimon card game has been like absolutely bonkers good. Young me just thought it was knockoff Pokemon, so I sadly never got into it. Oh, it was so different to me. It was like a totally different vibe and I loved it. What is going on with this? There we go. Oh, I see what's happening. It didn't screw in nice. There we go. Perfect. Is it perfect? Or is it not perfect? Kind of feels like this shim is not thick enough, and this is the one that came with it. Well, I have an idea. We'll do this. Yeah, the shim's not thick enough. Weird. Pen pop? Give me 1 second, and then I will pen pop. We're just going to use one of the gaskets here. Wish these were magnetic screws. That would be excellent. I have a soft spot for Digimon digital cards on my PlayStation 1. Oh, I remember that. That's better. Okay. Guess we'll have to use both the gasket and this. Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. That doesn't ring a bell. Duel Masters? I played that. PlayStation 1, I didn't get games till the very, very end of PlayStation 1. I think my most memorable game, though, for PlayStation 1 is it's a game called Legends of Dragoon. That was, like, the most memorable game I had. And I remember playing it so much where I think we wore out one of the CDs. Because there's 4 CDs in the jewel case there. And I think we wore one of them out, if memory serves. But I loved that game. All right, pen pop time. There you go. Legend of Dragoons was dope. Yeah, and I think my other game that I really enjoyed, but I think this might have been for PlayStation 2 or PlayStation 3. So I've only ever had up to PlayStation 3, by the way. I've never had anything else. Was a game called Dark Cloud 2. I played Dark Cloud 1, I think, but Dark Cloud 2 was really fun. I really enjoyed it. 85 stream streak. Lane, love you, dude. That is crazy, bro. Dark Cloud Fake Link. Fake Link. Huh? I'm still not a big fan of 1.2 mil PCBs. I think the shims are a pain in the ass to install all the time. All right. Bait it by the cover. Oh, yeah. I see what you mean. I know what you mean. So I think of the rest of this stuff, guys. Hey, Alex, you said Wuche Aurora switches were clackier than HMX. Were you referring to Mizu Auroras? I am probably referring to... I don't know any of the new Wuche switches. But when I say they're clackier, I mean like the OG Wuche ones, like the pink ones, the clears, whatever other colors were linear. Those were all so clacky. It's insane. Damn, I really wish these screws were magnetic. I feel like they were magnetic yesterday. Is it just this bit? Do I need to magnetize it? Let's see. I got a magnetizer right here. Front Mission 3? Nope. It's okay. We'll get there slowly. I'm in no rush to build this. My most memorable game on PlayStation 2 was Front Mission 4. So what was that about? Actually, you know what I played the other day? Well, okay, I shouldn't say the other day. I mean like a few months ago. You know what I played? I played Star Fox again. We have it. We have a Switch, so I loaded up Star Fox and played a little bit of Star Fox. Man, that is also just some crazy memories. Based Star Fox? Yeah, dude, crazy memories, bro. Star Fox, hell yeah. Yeah, that was a fun one. I enjoyed that back in the day. I still really enjoy Star Fox, actually. I like Ratchet and Clank. I never played all of the Ratchet and Clanks, though. Tell you that much. There was so many of them that I decided eventually, I'm like, this is just a lot of games. So... Jet Force Gemini. What's the board on your desk? This is the W70. So it's a board based off of the... Is it pronounced Truno? The Truno, and then it's found in Initial D. So it's kind of like an anime car themed board. Very specific, but people have been really resonating with this board on social media, by the way. Like, I have never had a board do the amount of like likes and comments that Twitter has done ever than this board here. It is crazy the amount of people that are really enjoying this board right now. I actually think the majority of the 100 units are pretty much sold out, I think. I think there might be a few left. Did I get the Zoom at 65 V3? I think it's en route. I have no idea where it is though, but it's en route. One last stab to go. I'm mad at you for showing us that cardboard. Now I'm torn between that and the Modern Musings board. We'll be streaming that tomorrow too. We'll do that at 7 o'clock tomorrow. I might start that stream a few minutes early. Not to do the encore, but I think there was a few other things people wanted to take a look at. What are my thoughts on fake copy boards? Do you want the long answer or the short answer? Up to you. I don't know. I'll just talk, I guess. I personally think you can do whatever you want with your money. If someone's selling a keyboard that's a knockoff and you want to buy it, then you have every right to go buy that thing. However, I, in the same breath, can also criticize and say that if you're a company whose like main focus is selling knockoff boards, and you know, like you're this, you know, this like you have this kind of like savior complex where you're like, oh yeah, like I'm providing a service to the community by selling them. You know, taking someone else's homework and then selling it is like the lamest fucking grade school thing you could do. I really don't respect people who do things like that, you know? I think if you're gonna be inspired by something, that's one thing, you know? Like, it's a thing, and it happens very often in the art world. But when you're doing like a one-for-one copy, taking even namesake of things like, for example, all those fake Kohakus and key cults and stuff, where it's just literally called a key. It's just basically the same thing as a key cult, same logos, everything. It's like the lamest shit you could do. Again, I think there's probably a bit of fault to go on everyone there, the consumer, the people selling it. But I think it's, you know, it goes after someone who's put a lot of work into their business, and it's just the laziest shit you can do. But I mean, direct copies happen a lot in anything art related. And again, like I kind of mentioned with cards, it always comes down to one thing. People are always looking for the quickest way to make their dollars, right? They're always looking for the quickest way to spend or to earn money with the least amount of work. Which, fine, I guess that's what we as a society like have become like the new norm. But I won't ever give into it personally. Plus, that savior complex doesn't hold weight now, and there's so many good boards and a lot of affordable prices. Yeah, I agree. I think it's just really, you know, they're holding on to this idea that, oh, I want these limited, you know, dope hype products at certain prices and stuff like that. It's just cringe, bro. Again, you can do whatever you guys want with your money, though. I'm never gonna sit here and judge you personally, but that's just the thought process that I have. Oh, let's do some foam for this bad boy. Let's do a little foam. But yeah, I don't know. I have no real respect for that kind of stuff. Like, if you're blatantly going out and copying someone completely, just lame shit, bro. Very lame. At the end of the day, it's a choice on the user if they want to buy it. Yeah, totally. 100% agree. Foam, am I in the right stream? You're in the right stream. It's okay if we use foam every now and then. There's no shame with foam. Foam's an excellent modifier for sounds. I personally have no quarrels with it. I think it's really good to judge a board based off of, you know, its sound signature with no foam, but this board has been built a few times now. It's an older board, so I'm happy to use foam today to see what this sounds like. I haven't really had time to play many video games, so there's a copy of the Unicorn for $200. Yeah, it's super lame. I've had tons of people ask me if they can, like, you know, people have accidentally bought those things and all this other stuff, but it's super lame. But I genuinely feel like a lot of these companies make a ton of younger people who may want to emulate something that someone else has. A lot of these companies make a ton of younger people who may want to... What do you mean by that, Corgi? How am I doing today? Dynamite, I'm doing okay today. Today's been a little bit more on the busy side, so I've been trying to keep my, you know, head above water, so to speak, but it's been okay. I've had no complaints about the overall day. I think I'm ready to kind of, well, not that I can really relax tomorrow, but I'm ready to kind of just chill out a little bit. I'm ready just to chill. I think I'm ready to sit back and watch some anime tonight or something, man. How are you doing today? Like, they can't afford it, the board with GMK keycaps that a streamer or someone has. Well, man, I'm going to be honest. I agree with you, Corgi, 110%, bro. I think there's a big, deep issue when it comes to social stature and stuff like that. It's kind of finding... I heard a really good word today where it's kind of like these tangible... I forget the word they use now. But think about it like... You want to kind of prove to everyone how much money you have or like how cool you are. So you kind of have the coolest thing and you talk about it and show it off. And I think it's really easy to kind of fall victim to the whole, you know, well, I have this hype thing, so I'm at the top of the status poll socially type thing. He's basically saying companies make money. Yeah, well, I totally agree. But basically, what I think is it's a little deeper than just, you know, people wanting those things. Like, there's a lot of things to blame. Like, we don't really talk about this enough, and it's something I try to talk about once in a blue moon, where, you know, it's okay not to have things. It's okay not to own the most expensive thing. Like, it's totally okay to not have the best of the best or what's hype right now. We kind of have this very ad-driven social network that we're all very exposed to constantly, where we're constantly throwing ads, you know, like, this is the cool thing, you gotta try this. Point has a bro. You like, there's a lot of, like, how many times do you guys see a TikTok where it's like, there's no fucking context, it's like, this is the best mouse, and they do that, like, you know, the zoom in on the product, they have that volume where it kind of starts off high pitch and goes to this like bassy point where it's like, this is the best thing ever, you got to try this. And especially with like TikTok and all this short form content where it's just immediately like a sales pitch, but it's never you're never told it's a sales pitch, but then you're like, fuck, well, this really cool person had it, this streamer, this content creator had it, and they're saying it's the best, right? Like, even when I talk about it, when I talk about stuff too, like, I always mention, you know, at the end of the day, don't be financially responsible. I do feel like a part of it's making people feel stupid or left out because they have something and I'm an idiot and spend money on dumb pieces of plastic. Yeah. I also, again, to kind of go back to the original conversation, I also think the bigger thing is just how, oh man, I feel like this is such a deep conversation, I'm only scratching the surface, but it's just how like willing we are to cut corners and be, fuck dude, it's how willing we are as like people, not all of us obviously, but some people are just so willing to kind of cheat and get to the top by doing any means necessary. And it goes back to that conversation we talked about where it's like, you see someone up here and you're like, well, I want to get up there. And instead of climbing your own ladder and building yourself up, you're just willing to kind of take pieces of this guy's, you know, tower and put it beneath your feet. And you're like, well, that's how I'm going to get up here. I'm going to step on people and steal from others and stuff like that. So that's the unfortunate reality of how some people think. I don't know, man. I try to respect other people personally. I know a lot of you guys do that too, but you can step on me. Well, I think that's a different kind of stepping in, Steve. It's disappointing to see people cower from challenge. The problem is, you're rewarded from cowering from challenge, right? There's so many loopholes with things. There's so many like, yeah, buts, you know, like it's, yeah, I can do this, but, you know, like I'm technically allowed to do this. Again, I think being inspired by or, you know, taking certain elements from things and kind of putting your own spin in it's one thing. I'm only talking in this particular case, guys, just to reinvigorate the point of the conversation of direct 100% clones. These switches are real pretty, I'm not gonna lie. I love the way these switches look. I also feel like it's just a patience thing too. Well, yeah, and I kind of agree with you on the patience thing, right? Like, I don't really care about FOMO stuff anymore. Like, I really could care less. I've grown so out of it, and I will say the biggest thing to make me not care about, you know, missing out on things anymore, the biggest thing is I realized that you can own everything in the world, right? And then you're going to have joy for like 4 seconds, and then that's it. I think there's a lot more fun in the world where everyone has different things and everyone is a little bit different. You know, for example, maybe Tim has a certain keyboard that I don't, and I can never get that keyboard that Tim has. I'm not going to be like, well, fuck, the designer should make a new one. Like, I need my chance at it. Like, I am so entitled. Like, it's cringe, bro. especially in a luxury hobby, and a lot of these things that people kind of complain about, they're all luxury things. It's not like we're complaining over our basic human rights here. But, you know, you kind of have to learn to appreciate what other people have and kind of enjoy everyone's kind of community of being everything being so different. The orange is popping. Just marry Tim and inherit his boards. Would Tim allow me to? The orange is popping. It is a pretty switch. I really like these switches actually. Well, the way they look. This might not be the best showcase of these switches, by the way, because it's with foam, but the rabbit hole that is desk accessories, decor. Everyone's different there. I feel like it's a personal preference thing. I don't mind the odd occasional desk accessory or desk decor, but I just find it's like, for me, kind of unneeded. So I don't really have them anymore. You know? Don't really got too many of those things. A big draw of this community for me is that people have some crazy stuff that I don't. I love seeing what crazy small run stuff people have, and I love when they chew my ear off about it. Corgi, I am 1000% on the same boat as you right now, okay? I agree. I think that is, for me, half the fun about being in this hobby is seeing what other people have, and then them getting to talk to you about the cool things that they have, hearing other people's stories, how they got there, like being social with people, and just that whole aspect of community completely trumps anything else for me. Like, it's just such an important key aspect. Having gone through so many different hobbies myself, so important to have that kind of aspect when you're joining any sort of hobby. So I agree with you, man. Community is always key for me. Do I know how to patina? Hell no. Do I want to see all the custom patinas? Definitely. Dude, right? And you can appreciate them, right? It's fun, right? And you're not like, I need them all. You can't have them. You're gatekeeping. Like, nah. I came from the figure collecting community, and this was something I struggled with. No amount of money could allow me to keep up with all the new releases. Yep. And that's the cool thing about keyboards, right? We have these like awesome meets. I mean, I think there is technically like meetups for those kind of things, but I think the main draw of them is mostly purchasing. Wait, let's visit Utah real quick. Why are we doing that, Tim? Tim, you would get on a plane? You'd go to the airport? You'd walk in the airport to get to the plane? Salt Lake City? What's in Salt Lake City? It's like the guy on Reddit who got a crapped owning every NK board. Oh yeah, and then they all made fun of him because it's like not the cool board. Yeah, like so cringe, dude. That's why I say Reddit sucks. Utah allows poly marriages. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, yeah, let's go. Come to Utah and you can stay with me, but I call the left side of the bed. Am I left side? I'm actually normally left side of the bed. I think. Actually, it doesn't really matter for me. I can get comfortable on any side of the bed. I'm not really a middle of the bed person. Even when like I have the bed to myself, I actually still like sitting on one of the sides of it. I'm weird. I know most people would probably go right for the center, but I like the sides. Dude, this is such a cool PCB with these switches in here. Same? Tim, are you the same way? It's a super random convo? I mean, that's what kind of happens here, Ambi. We jump from conversation to conversation. Is right or left sleeping position or standing at a foot? Wait. Is it right or left sleeping position or standing at foot though? Standing at foot? What do you mean by that? Center's weird. Well, I feel like with the center, I feel like you're forced to just sleep on your back. I don't know. I feel like you're kind of forced. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you're not forced. Maybe I'm just going crazy. Your political position is the opposite of wherever you sleep. Is that how that works? How do people sleep on their back? Okay, I can sleep on my back, but I have to have my pillow. I have to have like two pillows. I have to have basically my head propped up a little bit. But I hate sleeping on my back because then I feel like my neck kills. I need to sleep on my side for me. But everyone's different, right? Everyone's different sleeping. Everyone has different like preferences there. No shame to anyone sleeping at any sort of like different sleep pattern, I guess. Reminds me of the post about assuming people's relationship on which way they face, and that facing away from the other person doesn't bode well. Man, I don't know, man. I feel like I definitely snore and stuff, and the few times I don't wear my sleep apnea mask, I don't want to like snore in my partner's face or breathe in their face. So I'd probably not face them, or at least try not to. I feel like that's just respect at that point. I get sleep paralysis plus night terrors. That sucks. How do you combat that? Krydar just ordered a 90 set of Alexotos Obscuras. Will look incredible with the Skidata Neo Kika. I saw that one there actually. Dude, that is such a nice combination you're gonna do. I am pumped for you, bro. You gotta send me pictures of that when you're done. Let's leave this out for now. CPAP gang, rise up. Yeah, I definitely can say this though. I've been kind of bad with wearing it, and I'm noticing it. I definitely prefer wearing the CPAP machine. Definitely prefer wearing it, but it isn't my favorite thing in the world to wear. My girlfriend always tells me that my snoring drives her nuts. I don't know. I sleep just fine. Not sure what she's talking about. Corgi, do you have a sleep apnea as well? Pretty common sleep apnea. Average. I want to read that, but I also don't. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm on the fence. Thank you so much,
Hello.
Storm.
I have been away from Twitch dealing with women and the big sad.
Oh no.
Happy keeping.
I hope it's good stuff. And the big sad just means like you had a bad day or something. Jorm, we love you, dude. I hope it's not bad. I hope it's like. Anyways, love you, man. Thank you so much for being here for 19 months. Thank you so much. Love you, dude. Should I stop breathing 60 times per hour? Wait. Waka, isn't 60 times per hour like considered very strong sleep apnea? Because for me it was 6. It was 6 times per hour. And they said that's like light. Yeah, that's like severe, dude. Once per minute. You know, I didn't even click. That is once per minute. I got the machine within a week. Was it okay, obviously for me, like it changed my sleeping for sure, but like it didn't change my life. But do you feel like it changed your life, Waka? I'm so curious. I love talking about the sleep apnea stuff. It's so interesting to me. Because that's 60 is like, that's tough. That is definitely tough. Which bit do I need? I can't sleep without it now. It's like seeing clear for the first time for glasses wearers. Hey, you know what? If you guys haven't, man, and you guys like, I don't know, if you guys have a partner who's been telling you guys been snoring, dude, just go get a sleep test done. It's one night. I have some friends who have also got their sleep apnea test done, and they straight told me that like, not only did it change their life, but like I had a friend who was like at the 45 count basically, and dude, it's crazy. I typically mouth breather or nose breather. I think there's a connection with sleep apnea there. So I'm a mix. I'm gonna be honest, dude. I'm you know, if I'm really interested in something, I'm doing one of these. I'm just like, I have my tongue out like that, just like that's how I focus. I have to like stick my tongue out, breathe through my mouth type thing. It's weird. When I'm out and about doing my my normal daily tasks, I'm usually breathing through my nose. But like if I'm getting into something, probably through my mouth with my tongue sticking out. I don't know why. Like it's just the way I work. But since I do a mix, I've tried taping my mouth while I'm sleeping, because like maybe I am breathing through my mouth while I'm at night. I've tried taping it. I've tried using the Breathe Right stuff. I think it's just the way my soft palate is. Unfortunately, it's like that. I'm a decently not super healthy weight, but like I'm. If the doctor said it's not like a thing, they did recommend that you can get surgery, which was a little bit for me, which means they'd have to remove part of your soft palate. But they said that's a very risky surgery when you get a little older. Well, actually, at any age. And they said not only is it risky, but you're going to be out for like 4 weeks to like 8 weeks, maybe like at the minimum. So, is it the tonsils? No. It's called the soft palate. I don't actually know where it is in your. Like, I don't know. When he told me it's risky, I said fuck no. I said leave me alone. Don't touch me. Said leave me alone. Okay, if I remember correctly, we gotta actually take this off from this side. Yes, they are. Move some stuff out of the way here. I'm gonna throw out all this stuff after stream. God damn, that's shiny. All right, what do we need here? I mean, for a lot of people too, it could be deviated septums, which just basically means your nose has a bit of a hook and you can't really breathe too well through your nose, so you're constantly breathing through your mouth. By the way, don't tape your mouth while you're sleeping. I mean, I don't know anything about that, like the negatives or positives. I tried one time, it didn't work. Like it sucked. Also, having a beard doing that shit sucks. So I don't know if it's good or bad. I tried it one time though. It was not preferable at all. Completely unrelated, but a week or so ago, you gave a tip during stream to clean out the excess lube from underneath stabilizers to prevent suction sound. Thank you. I used a Q-tip and iso alcohol to clean that up, and weird sound is now gone. Dude, it is the strangest little tidbit of information to kind of fix a bad stab, isn't it? It's weird, right? I am glad though you got it all sorted out though. That makes me happy. Ooh, this is very heavy actually. God damn. How does this work again? Do I need to take this off? So nice. I feel like I do. God, there's so many screws to this. Waka, thank you so much for the prime, man. I appreciate that, dude. It was driving me insane. You hit the nail on the head. Yeah, again, we'll kind of transition that conversation of sleeping to this, but a lot of people think they're not good at doing stabilizers, and believe it or not, a lot of people are actually great at doing stabs. It's like a million other little things that people might not recognize, which, maybe in turn means, you still need to kind of work on stabs a bit, but can you breathe through your nose when, how can you breathe through your nose? Wait, what? How can you breathe when your nose is stuffed if your mouth is taped? Through your pores. Forehead, I don't know. I don't know the answer. I feel like you would probably just wake up at that point. Like a turtle. Having the stab wire straight is huge. It is. It's also equally as important. The stuffy nose alleviates itself. Use the other two holes to breathe, huh? Killed, what? I have the exact same board. Yeah, it's a pretty looking board, this board. We'll take this apart right now and we'll see how it sounds. Well, we'll build it all up and see how it sounds, rather. All right. So we need gaskets. Usually breathe through one nostril at a time. Fun fact, if you plug your nose and close your mouth really tight, then try to forcefully exhaling, air will come out of your tear ducts a little bit. As much as I really want to try that right now, it's kind of weirding me out. I don't know why. I really don't know why that's weirding me out. Holy gaskets. What the? $5 to do it on stream, Alex? I'm okay. I think I might pass on that one. I think I might pass. Don't think that's the right area for this. I think the expectation is I'm probably supposed to put it on the plate itself. You know what? Let's just put it on the plate itself. I can't remember how to build this, but let's just put it on the plate. What IEMs am I using? Campfire Andromedas. But again, with any sort of IEMs, guys, I don't recommend spending this much money. I used to be in the audio hobby, and I'm not saying like this was a bad investment at all. I enjoy the IEMs, but I think there are a lot of great options where you don't have to pay.
How many subs for you to play a game on stream?
How many subs for me to play a game? So way too lucky. I love you, buddy. The problem is I can't really play games on stream only because I don't have, like, I'm on a Mac, so there's only one game I can play. And I don't even know how well the Mac will do for a game stream. I will tell you what, though, depending on future stuff, maybe not this month or next, but depending on the future, I can maybe start to do some gaming stuff. I'm thinking the game would be easy to play. Which one? How many subs to blow air out of your tear ducts? I don't want to do that. Sounds scary to me, man. I think I might pass on that one. Alex Minecraft stream. But thank you, way too lucky. I appreciate that, man. Armored Core. Yeah, I'm gonna. Okay, let me tell you guys some future plans. So let me. I don't really know how much of this I can promise, but right now, what I'm doing right now is basically doing a lot of keyboard streams. I want to continue doing keyboard streams. I really enjoy doing keyboard stuff. It's really fun. It gives me a chance to talk to people, and I fucking love socializing. So I'm going to continue doing this. I'm also working on some stuff in the background, kind of like, not products per se, but just some fun things I think everyone would enjoy. And then also I'm trying to figure out some other stuff for stream. One of those things is a giant giveaway in July, and then I'm also figuring out how I can incorporate more like gaming stuff, because that has been a very heavily requested thing for me to do. So I'm trying to figure out really good ways to do that too. I don't have a solid answer for you guys yet. Oh, I know which one that is. The Crypt Master one, yeah. I just love the vibe and the person running the stream, so I would love to have a chill gaming stream from time to time. Yeah, and you know what? Like I said, I'm definitely going to be doing those type of things. So there 100% will be gaming streams. I have a master plan for that. I ask you guys to kind of bear with me. But I would say probably come August, maybe late August, maybe my plan will be in effect. But it's not something I can exactly do right now. My main goal right now is to get some fun content out, like written content, some more tutorials and stuff like that before the summer ends, and then to do that really big summer keyboard giveaway. That is like going to be my main goal for the summer. We shall play Minecraft. We can definitely set up some sort of community Minecraft server eventually. That could be really fun. I'm assuming you've never played the original BioShock? Oh, way too lucky. You assumed wrong. I've played all the BioShocks. BioShock was fucking amazing. My man. Could you also play TFT? We could also just play TFT. Silent, what the hell? Huh? But I have played all the Bioshocks. Tricky Towers, to be sure. You know what game was really fun that sort of reminded me a little bit of Bioshock? I don't know why. Actually, I'm lying. It didn't really remind me of it, but it felt like I had that same fun. Prey. Prey was really good. The new one. I played the OG Prey too, but I don't really remember it. I can't wait for Alex's first game to be Keyboard Building Simulator. Oh my god, that would actually just be the biggest troll. Which Prey? The newest one? I mean, I've played both. But the newest one was really fun. The one where they're kind of in space. Tricky Towers. Wait, Lucky, can you DM me that? I'll take a look at it afterwards. Really sad those devs got canned. Wait, why? It was actually such a good game. I really enjoyed it. Why did they get canned? These go on this side. Damn, I forgot how many things there are here for this. Hot damn. I feel like Prey you should check out System Shock. I have played OG System Shock. Is the new remake any good? I think Chozo said it was really good, but I still haven't picked it up. Chozo, I believe, said it was really, really good. A keyboard building simulator. We'll be watching a keyboard building stream at the same time. Oh my god, dude! It's like too many things at once for that. That will be a little crazy. Oh my god, way too lucky. New remake is impeccable. I speak as someone who has 400 plus hours in the OG System Shock. I have very fond memories of OG System Shock only because my father loved that game. Like, he was so into original System Shock, and I'd watch him play. Like, at the time, I was really young, and I couldn't play it on my own because I think it was a bit more of a violent game. It wasn't quite allowed, but man, I have such fond memories of watching him play that. I used to own several pre-built keyboards, but I had sold them because they don't have value bringing... Wait, I don't have value having variety? Wait, what? Because I don't value having variety. What do you mean? You only have one now? One specific board? Adam has to build a keyboard for Alex and we turn it into a drinking game. That would be funny. That would be indeed kind of funny. I don't know why putting on these gaskets is kind of relaxing me right now. Low-key jealous your dad's a gamer. He still plays games to this day. I think the only games he's really actively playing though is he plays Division 2. Not as much anymore though. I don't think he cares for it. He has tons of hours in that game. I think the only other game he's been like sort of actively playing is Guild Wars 2. So,
Alex, what switch would you use on a Sonnet PC plate and PC bottom?
First of all, thank you so much for the 5, Farin. PC plate, PC bottom, Sonnet. This goes against a lot of what I normally pick, but I would actually pick, believe it or not, Gateron Ink switches, Milky Yellows. I'm going to give you a few that would sound really good because I've used a few of these combos. You could use any long pole switch. You're going to get a nice sound signature to that. I think the Gateron Ink and Milky Yellows are my number one picks for that. Or if you wanted something just a little bit more, I mean, the Obscuras are a great choice. I've tried that as well. You could even go with one of the SWK switches. They're a smidge deeper. Cream sodas are great too. And then if you really want to, you can go with cherry switches. I preferred the Gateron Milky Yellows in that particular combo. I think those in inks, believe it or not, would be my number one choice. Normally, I do not like ink switches, but for some reason in the PC Sonnet build that I've done with them, they were actually pretty enjoyable. Thank you, Alex. Anytime, dude. The devs don't want to make Redfall, but Microsoft pushed for it. Who knew that if you make someone a game they don't wanna, it'll be bad? Doesn't that happen quite often in the gaming world, where devs make games and they just end up being kind of meh because they were forced to make them, and it's not something they actually wanted to do? Bought Neo 65 arrived in 3 months. Opinions on it, Alex? The Neo 65 is an excellent board. I think you're really gonna like it. I think it's something that you're going to have fun experimenting with, especially if you're maybe a little bit newer to keyboards. So I think you're going to like it. A lot of different ways you can make that keyboard sound. I think it definitely had a few weak spots, but overall it was a pretty damn good keyboard. I mean, Anthem was a thing. Hey, listen, Winky, I don't really like talking about Anthem. That was a tragedy, bro. There are so many gaskets on this, yeah. Anthem was such a tragedy. I was so hyped for that game, dude. So hyped. The first rule of Anthem is you don't talk about Anthem. Disappointment. Who did that? Thank you so much, Tony. What would you rate the Oil King switches? I think Oil King switches can sound great, but the stock oil or stock lubricant on Oil Kings completely suck, and I would completely just redo the switch the moment I get it. So, in my opinion, they're good. They just need to be completely redone, though. All right, then I think the last bit we need to do is these side gasket wall things. Which are where to go here. Damn, dude. Megan, thank you so much for 5 tier 1s. I really appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Thank you. It means a lot, everybody. Thank you. God damn. Let's see if I remember where to put these. This goes here. Damn, Megan with the 5. I know, I appreciate it, Megan. That means a lot. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I stopped getting hyped for EA games almost a decade ago. You know what? You're not wrong for not getting hyped for EA games. I think I told you guys, I recently, like very recently, tried to play Battlefront 2, the Star Wars game. What a disaster that was, by the way. Complete, utter disaster that game was. It was the newest Star Wars Battlefront one. It was just riddled with cheaters. It was riddled with, I would say the majority of the reason I didn't like it was just riddled with hackers. Like, completely riddled with hackers. It was not a great experience. Not at all. So, I didn't have fun. One bit. Alright, let's put this board together. So, now comes the tough part about this keyboard. Which is getting all these little ribbon cables in. Fun. All right. I put too many switches in. Oh, it won't go because this. Okay, I'm gonna have to clip my switches. I didn't want to, but this goes some of the old stuff here. Where the hidden screw designs make you damage your switches. It's okay. Yeah, I know. It's alright. Not a big deal, I guess. Was hoping I can just squeeze them in, but it doesn't look like I can. Clip them? Yeah, we have to clip the corners of our switches here. PC top Lilith worth $400. Yeah, it's an okay price for a Lilith, I'd say. There we go. We're in now. All right, so let's get the bottom of the case. Let's do. Man, what's the best way to assemble this again? I cannot remember. I believe it's doing it this way. And I believe this is the RGB here. Thank you, possibly. I appreciate you, dude. So nice. Was the RGB there? Yeah, that's the RGB. Because this would sit like that. Okay. Thoughts on the Far Cry movie? Oh my god, that abysmal trash movie that no one should ever watch. What do you think of the Monsgeek M7? I have not used it, KaiLive. I have not actually ever tried that board, so I don't have any like great thoughts to give you. Also, thank you again, possibly. I appreciate you, dude. There was a Far Cry movie. Guys, if you guys didn't know, where I was trolling, never watch the Far Cry movie. Just do yourselves a favor and just pretend I never talked about it ever. Don't go look it up. Don't go mess with it. It's not worth your time. It's really not worth your time watching that thing, man. 12%. I think 12% is generous. I really, really think 12% is a very generous score to give that movie, man. Extremely, extremely generous score. I don't think it's worth 12%, in my honest opinion. I've watched it 6 times based off your recommendations. Oh my goodness. Tell me that ain't true. Will admit I've never liked ribbon cables. I hope people stop using them in the future. Ribbon cables are always trash. Oh sweet, I'm not too late for the build? No, you're not too late. Not too late at all. Alright, let's put these screws back in. What if I watch it and turn it into a drinking game? I don't know what you drink to be honest, though. Like, I'm not too sure what you drink to for that game. An Uwe Boll tier list. I don't think I've ever watched. Have I watched any other movies from that guy? I don't think I have. And that will sum up the whole movie. It's a terrible movie, guys. If it's as bad as you say it is, then I'm gonna need something very strong. I mean, okay, truth be told, if you want to watch a shitty movie one day, like if you're just like your goal is to watch something funny and just bad, it's not okay, it's funny bad, then maybe it's the perfect choice. Like truly, it could be like the perfect thing to watch. But hey, don't blame me, man, for wasting your time. I didn't do it. Remember that. That is not on me. It is. You guys will see in a moment why there's an LED strip on the bottom. You got served. That sounds so familiar. I don't remember what that is though. I hope I plugged everything in okay. I feel like I didn't, but it's okay. Where's the screw? Oh, that's right. I need this thing on top of it first, which is this way. So nice.
Listen here, you beautiful man.
Oh?
Kissing face, kissing face, kissing face, kissing face. I said kissing face. Alex and Dandy sitting in a tree. EDGING. Love you, bro. Happy summer.
The fact that he got through TTS with that is wild to me. Huh? I expect nothing less. God damn, dude. God damn. Hold on while I put this thing together, everybody. Just give me a few minutes. You guys. Good times. What's up? Just got here. What happened since? Oh, dude. When doesn't someone say something super sussy? It's always. Let's see. Before I. No, it's working. LEDs are on. Perfect. Dandy, I hope you're having a good day though, man. Thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate you, dude. Ideal MX Black config, top mount, polycarbonate,
An anonymous
or
user
O-ring.
gifted a tier 1 sub to Casarido.
Thank you. I appreciate the tier 1 sub. Thank you, generous anonymous gifter. But I mean, dude, the beautiful thing about keyboards, right? Like, it's really easy for me to say one thing, right? And I hate doing it just because I feel like it's very, it's very like narrow scoped, you know? But there's a lot of different boards that sound great with a lot of different ways you can mod it, right? So, I mean, if you're after just my preference, then, that would be my preference. But again, I think there's a lot of different ways you can build up a board and be super happy with it, Oh, to edging? Oh my god, dude.
An anonymous user gifted a tier 1 sub to edging.
What the heck? Oh my goodness. Alex, come over. It's way too hot in my room. 27? Oh, that's... Honestly, Angel? That is very, very, very warm. Angel, for real though, why don't you turn on like a fan or something, bro? No fan, Angel? Let's do like this, probably easier. It's on full blast? God damn, it's really hot there? Have you lost your sense of smell before? I can't say that I have. By the way, this board does have magnetic feet. And just as a little FYI, talk about the board for like 1 second here. I would say like, yes, this board's a little bit more involved to build. Totally is. There's no denying that. It's I would say it's a little bit of a process. It's not difficult by any means. I wouldn't say it's like the most extreme enjoyable build I've ever done in my entire life. But it's not hard. It's actually, I would say, kind of fun. It's a little bit more involved, like I said. However, the weakest part of this board, the absolute weakest, is how bad these magnetic feet are. That is probably it. What I'd probably recommend doing for anyone who's like actually interested in buying something like this guy, not putting it on the little magnetic pieces and actually just completely using the adhesive as normal. Like use it as a normal feet. We have a few more screws though. JN.
Well 458 gifted a tier 1 sub to Nubs of Fury.
Thank you, dude. Appreciate you, dude. Chat, want to help me choose which switch to direct solder my Neo 65? Obscuras, Lubin switch, Lubin Springs MX2As. I would go with the Obscuras, but I'm biased. I think Obscuras sound absolutely insane. The most fun I've seen you build was the Geist or the Event Horizon. I would say the most fun I've ever had building a board. Like the absolute most enjoyable? That's tough. I don't know. I think I definitely had fun building those though. Yeah, for sure. Like the Event Horizon was awesome. That was a very fun build. What else though? What else did I have like a lot of fun building? You smiled a lot when you built the Polyhaku? That's true, I did. I did do that. So nice. Crown, thank you so much for giving us a sub, dude.
Gifted a tier 1
Guys,
sub to
thank you all so
Yenfei
much. I appreciate the love.
They have given 3 gift subs in the channel.
Are there any boards that grew on you over time? That's a very good question too. I would say I don't know what's most enjoyable. JQ, thank you so much for 5 tier 1s, bro. Dude, what the heck? Thank you guys. I really appreciate all the love, everybody. Thank you guys so much. A board that grew on me over time. Let's see, is there a board that like really grew on me? Oh, my stomach. I don't know if I have a board that I absolutely did I have one that I absolutely hated at the beginning and then shift it? I don't think there's been one. Oh, you know what? That's a really good point. The Tofu 65 2.0. I did not like that board the first time I built it. And then when we built it the second time, I was like, it was really the mounting style. Like I tried KBD Fan's new mounting style being those bowl gaskets and hated it. They're apparently reworking those entirely. And then when I rebuilt it in a more standard configuration, it was such an amazing board. And I was so blown away. I'm like, well, this would have been great if I had done my original build with this. So I will say that's probably the best example of something that that not only grew on me, but just the way you built it changed everything, you know? No, I hate the bowl gaskets. I don't know why they continue to do that for a few builds.
Kridar gifted a tier 1 sub to Event Horizon.
Thank you so much
They have given 12 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you, man. Thank you, dude. But I think the most enjoyable builds were definitely some of those. Thank you, Ardang, and thank you again, Krydar. Hype Train, baby. Thank you guys for the Hype Train. I appreciate you guys. I have a Tofu 2.0 and I love it with a PC top and long pull switches. PC top, long pull switches are a good combo. That is a combo that I can get behind, dude. Let me see. So let me see keycaps for you. Elquan. Thank you, dude. Level 4
Elquan gifted a tier 1 sub to cheap_wanton.
I will, I haven't really been saying it too much. I said it one time, I think, in the Discord, but the cost of the website went up, unfortunately, by like 2-fold. So this is very helpful for helping me run the website. I appreciate you guys. I have my wooding in a Tofu. Switching to O-ring mount, 78 completely changed the case. I personally am a bigger fan of heavier O-rings, or I guess not heavier, but higher durometer O-rings when it comes to those. I do not like soft O-rings in builds. I think they sound pretty bad. Deepwell, you said? Do I have Deepwell on a board? I don't know if I do. I think I might have it already on a board. It is here, but... actually, maybe not. Maybe it's not on the board. I don't think it is. Let's see. Plady, thank you. Why is my stomach growling so much?
Pladigami
We could-
gifted a
if
tier
I don't
1
have it all
sub
here,
to
I'll try that
Asmodeus
one there.
1312 underscore. They
Thank
have
you,
given
Plady.
3 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you guys. I really appreciate all the love. I might have part of this on a keyboard, by the way. Give me one moment. Let me see. Sounds like you need some original chips. I have been trying to cut back on potato chips, guys. I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest. I've been trying my best. Actually, can I try? What if we use that camping set? Are you guys down if we can use that? Or was it camping? Hold on, let me see. Which one was it again? Oh, it was hotel. Can we try that set? I think that might actually look really cool for today. It was motel. Let's try this one here. Not camping, but motel. I don't know why I was thinking this. Would this look cool for today? Maybe not. Yes or no, guys? It could be interesting. My enter key just flew off? Oh no. Yeah, it's a cute set. I don't know about this one. I only say that because I think the Deep Well's on a keyboard right now. Partially on a keyboard. I just don't remember which one it's on. You know what? Fuck it. We'll just do Deep Well. I'll just steal a spacebar from something else. Probably just need to steal 1 or 2 keycaps from another set. I might have Ronin? I don't remember. I think this actually goes like here, 789. Nope. Mandalorian's on a keyboard as well. And you know what, to be honest with you guys, I don't remember what keyboard it's on, and I kind of don't feel like I'm gonna go find it. Just got seaweed to snack on. Let's go, dude. Snap, thank you so much for the tier 1, dude. I appreciate that.
Sign up, Skis gifted a tier 1 sub to Mercy E.
Thank you. I think this will work well. Again, I might have to steal 1 or 2 keycaps from something else, but this should work fine. Actually, before we even get too far with this, so we have that. Do we have all the bottom row? Because I think the bottom row is on something else. I just never took it off. Maybe. What did I leave this on? Man, I don't remember. Or you know what? What other sets do we have? Hold on, let's see. Let me see what else I got before I use this one here. I don't want to use this because I think part of it's on a set. Or part of it's on a keyboard, and I just don't want to like commit to this right now. Thank you guys for all the subs. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you. I really appreciate the love. I can't remember. Burn, thank you so much for 5 tier 1s. What the heck? Guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. How about we use... I don't know what I want to use. I don't know. I'm so confused for keycaps. I feel like I don't have a lot of great sets for red boards. So you know what? I think I'm just gonna stick to a simple set being... we could go Crimson Cadet, but... I'm thinking we just stick to something very simple. We'll do bow. the right spacebar for this? Yes. This is Kikobo, yeah. This is, I think my particular set of Kikobo is actually like, it was like a sample run of it, I believe. I'll throw in some color too. Yeah. Bow really unique. I really want to try that Iron Man build, but I don't know what caps. If you're gonna do like an Iron Man build, damn, you might actually have to get like 2 or 3 different keycaps for that. I feel like you need to mix and match. What is going on? Where's my phone? Why is it vibrating like crazy? Isn't there an Iron Man set? Is there like a GMK set for it? Or is there just like a general set for it that I don't remember? Here to say hello before I go watch VODs I missed. Streams always start when I'm at work. Thanks to the streams. Empty, I'm so sorry that can't catch some more. But appreciate you stopping by always, dude. That means a lot. Thank you, thank you. Did Drop make one? I think you're right. I think Drop did make one. Oh yeah, you're right. Drop did make one. Was it MT3? Man, I don't know why they went with MT3 for these. I really don't understand the reasoning. Like, it's such the most wild, randomest... Like, it's not something everyone uses. MT3 is a super comfortable profile, okay? Super comfortable. West Coast problems? I know, I'm sorry. It's just MT3 doesn't work for everyone. Like, it's just... It's not like the everyday set that I think everyone will enjoy. It's definitely different. If they would have went with like a GMK set, or just even a normal PBT cherry profile, I think it would have done much better. In all honesty. Like, much, much better. Their drop control ults with MT3 sets. I'm a proud GMK hater. I have 6 GMK sets and like none of them. Hey, you know what? Everyone's a little different. I know a lot of people who actually think the same way as you. They way prefer... Oh, this is not for the set. They way prefer just anything PBT. So some people are, you know, they're just different, right? Everyone has different preferences in this wonderful hobby. IMO, if you have Kikobo versus GMK, I don't think you absolutely need to go crazy and upgrade. I wouldn't even consider it an upgrade, to be honest with you. I think it'd very much be like a bit of a side grade. And I think you would kind of regret your purchase there. Truly, truly think that. All right, so let's recap some of this board, because this board here we haven't really been talking about too much while we've been building it. To recap though, it's an expensive board. It's an older board, and again, this is no fault to any of the vendors currently who have this in stock. It's just the way this ran back when it came out. It's I would say this board has some interesting things going on for it. However, it does kind of not show its age per se, but it does have some of the older fads still built into it. However, if your goal is to build, a bit of like a foamier keyboard, and this is probably a interesting, more luxurious pickup, because this price point is very high for this. What else? I don't quite love, again, not that they can make changes, but it's fine to criticize it anyways. I didn't really like the PCB in this. I personally think that kind of pigeonholing us with a flex cut PCB kind of makes you need to use the foam. I think there are some particular aspects of the way this builds together of it being kind of over complex in a lot of ways for no good reason either. So there is definitely that to consider when you're looking at the board too. Just a smidge over complex, makes for a longer assembly time, but that could also be your thing. Compared to other things in the market, and I think that's probably going to be the biggest talking point here. There are a lot of things in the market that obviously supersede what this probably is. Does that make this a bad board? No, it doesn't make it a bad board. It's just the market has shifted in keyboards. When this came out, this was, I'd say, a pretty fun board to pick up. However, times change, and we've kind of learned a lot about keyboards, and I think the hobby's kind of shifted. I think when you're looking now at more luxury, you know, I guess luxury is a great word to use. It definitely doesn't really fit today's market too well, and that's just the honest truth there. So, where does this fit in? Personally, I think this fits in to someone looking for a very specific. I would consider $450 plus to be the high-end luxury tier of keyboards, yes. And this is what it's kind of marketing to be, and it does have some fun aspects to it, like I'll show you guys here in a second. It does have this really awesome RGB strip. It has this big chunk of, like a PVD brass, which, again, this was a big fad back when it came out. PVD stuff is still a bit of a fad too now. However, my experience with PVD has never been like the best. I personally don't love it. Everyone's a bit different there though. Oh, it is off by one, you're right. Whoopsie. Basically, any keyboard that isn't $10 is luxury. Yes, if you want the whole truth of it, technically all these keyboards are luxury, but if we're kind of just looking within the market itself and not kind of doing that kind of compare to, the basics, then I think this might be a little bit on the higher side for sure. Like, it definitely is. I've used keycap pullers, just not very often. PVD is polished. PVD is not polished. It's a little different. But I don't know. I don't know how well this board sits in, to the current climate of keyboards. I'm going to be honest. I don't think it sits in super well. However, again, this could have its market just for the looks alone. Just for the looks. I hope that some of the vendors carrying this still, because I know this is by, again, no means a new keyboard at all, guys. This is a bit of an older board, and it's been sitting in stock for quite some time on a lot of different vendors. But I wanted to kind of take a look at it today. Actually, I do need my keycap puller for this. But yeah, how does it hold up to today's market? We'll find out here in a minute. It's a bit of a shame. It does have flex cuts, yeah. It's probably going to have a very lighter / foamier sound signature. I have not tried Xtifying, no. Everyone's been telling me to get on that game immediately, but I have not actually installed it yet. Keyboards don't stay in stock in Australia because we barely get any stock to begin with. Yeah, no, I get you there. I get it. Some places it does kind of fly off the shelf. Totally understand that. There's still people in this hobby that like foamy sounds. They're still valid. Is for me. Yeah. This isn't even about the foamy sound signature. I mainly mean just price point. Like, this is, if it was foamy and had a more competitive price point, yeah, nothing wrong with that at all. I love foamy keyboards personally. I have a few. My thermal is actually built with a foamy configuration just because I really wanted a foamy keyboard. But it becomes a little bit tougher now because it's kind of a limited sound profile, I'd say. And it's expensive. No, I gave that away to you guys. I don't remember who won it, but we gave it away a while ago. Guys, I try to give away as many keyboards as I humanly possibly can per year. Yeah, I agree with you, Silent. There's a lot of competition now. The ND75, which I haven't taken a look at yet, is one of them for sure. But there is a lot of current competition on the market. Your very, very right. In fact, maybe even too much competition. Where's my F4 key? Perhaps even too much competition. F4, and then we need like a function or something. Fuck it, let's put code there. I'm still a mode simp personally. I also like mode. Mode makes some great stuff.
Have you seen Rubri Haku?
I have. It's not my. I think it's cool, but it's not really my thing. I was considering, like when it first got announced, before I like knew anything else about it, I was considering picking it up, but ultimately I decided it just wasn't for me. Probably the golden age of accessibility in this hobby. Yep, completely. It is right now the absolute best time to get into keyboards. I feel like I say this every year because every year it just gets better and better and better, but it truly is one of the best times. Actually, that looks pretty good. I actually really like the way this ended up turning out. Again, the Hope has an interesting side profile. Like it definitely has some character to it. You know, actually it does really remind me of like an Iron Man boot or something like that for sure. It does have an interesting side profile. There's going to be a lot of fingerprints on this. It does have some RGB elements here on the back, which you guys can see. This can go full RGB if you really want to as well. So it does have some fun stuff. And again, I think this is actually, at the time, I really liked the way this looked. So you can kind of really vibe this to be like an Iron Man type thing. So it's going to be great if you want to go for something like a themed build. Yeah, it definitely is. But I think, you know, the board itself definitely has a bit more of like a 7V approach to its weight. It's pretty for that sense. It has magnetic feet, in which I completely hated on this board. But it also has a little RGB element here in the front, which is a turn on. It does. A little bit chunkier bezels. I'd say a higher front height. Like I definitely have to float my wrist for this a smidge. It was during the phase where every board was 75. It definitely was. It was definitely the phase where everything was 75%. But I guess the real question is, how does this sound? So we're going to give this its best attempt, because I really like the SWK switches a lot. They're a little bit louder. They have a bit more of like a in-your-face kind of sound profile, and this is going to be paired with some foam and a polycarbonate plate. So let's see what this ends up sounding like. Surprisingly, very light sound signature. I mean, like, it's pleasant. And I think pleasant is the best word I can probably tell you guys. I'll unplug it for now. It has good arrows. Yeah, PBT keycaps would probably work very well on this board too. You know, overall, I'd say this definitely does have a fun sound signature. It's a bit more unique in that sense, where I think it definitely is going to cater to someone who wants a little bit more of like a, feels very raindrop kind of sounding, like raindrop, you know, on the window type thing. Yeah, you could also tape mod this. You could even put more foam in this. You could use PE foam to kind of alter the sound some more. Not a bad sound profile. Again, this comes out at a whopping like $500 price point almost, US dollars. this is definitely not going to be like everyone's first choice to pick up. It's an expensive board. And again, I'm trying to tackle this as like, level-headed as possible, because there's no possible way that we can get this thing altered. It's an older board at this point. I think some vendors still have stock. That's why I wanted to take a look at it. I just wanted to kind of see how it was and how it held up. I don't think it personally holds up to some of the more recent stuff, but I would say it definitely holds its own aesthetic-wise. Again, personally, I don't really think this holds up too much to the more current market of keyboards. But it is cool. Again, it has some RGB on the back here if you're interested in something like that. But, I mean, I've said certain boards were really expensive before, and you know what? I've seen them sell out even quicker. So it's definitely nice, though. I think the design is wicked, to be honest. Yeah, it's a nice design overall. Front height might be a smidge too tall for my personal tastes, but overall, if this does speak to you at this very high price range, I don't think this board's bad at all. It's definitely more complex to put together. This is probably not going to be someone's first keyboard that they really enjoy. Like, I'm going to be honest, if this is your first board, this is a tough one to put together. There's a lot of gaskets. There's a lot of tricky ribbon cables. I probably even recommend staying away from this as a first build, unless you want something a little bit more involved. But overall, pleasant sound profile. Again, doesn't really hold up well at all with today's current climate of keyboards. But I can see some value in people paying a premium for just the aesthetic. And again, I'll say this, and I'll say this till I'm blue in the face. Some people do enjoy a certain look of things, and they're willing to pay a premium. No one here is going to ever have the right to judge those people and people's tastes. That's all. What board are you using right now? This is called... Here, I'll show you guys. This is called the W70. I don't know what RGB mode I have into it right now, but it's a board based on the initial D Truno. We'll switch it back to its car form here. But it sounds pretty damn good, this one here, the W70. It's nice. I'd say it's very nice. It's very snappy sounding. How did this sound off the... This is $420 for the W70. But I think now only the special edition colors are available, so I think it's like $440. Yeah, the volume is very different between these boards, so... Again, I appreciate the board for what it is. Definitely too high of a price. I think if this were to go on sale, personally, if this was to go on sale by a substantial amount, this could be a fun pickup. Because this weighs a lot. It's definitely nice. Like, it's good PVD. The coating of anode is great. But definitely something I would probably pick up if it went on sale. I agree with you completely, Ambi. The industry has completely matured, and I think one of the biggest things, one of the biggest takeaways, is we're no longer looking at some of the higher price points that unfortunately COVID brought around, because there were shortages of parts and things were just more expensive. We also have people who are designing things who are a little bit more understanding of how things are being CNC'd. So there's less time on some CNCs, stuff like that, and which brings the price point down. Just making more informed decisions on how they should design a board. And ultimately, I do think there's some other little aspects, like, even just ease of building a board has kind of matured in this hobby slightly. I still think it's fun to do these kind of projects, but, I do think the majority of people kind of lean towards a simple to build keyboard that they can kind of take apart at a moment's notice to kind of tinker with. I definitely think that's where the hobby in general kind of leans, but I don't know, who am I to speak for everyone, right? I honestly love building complicated boards, but tinkering is a pain. Yeah, things like this is fun to build once, but then tinkering is just like, no thanks. I'm like that with a lot of complex boards. I'll be honest, even the W70 to some degree, like I don't think I'm going to be opening that up to build again. It's not complicated. I just hate taking apart boards that have hidden screws. Hate it. Yeah, I don't personally love the super simplicity stuff. Like it's fun, but I do think a small bit of like, aha, like I built this. Like I put some sweat and tears into this thing. It's fun. I like that. And I think that's why I probably still really enjoy soldering. The Matrix Navi kills me. That was a bit of an involved project. I mean, most of the Matrix boards are. I also hate ribbon cables. Yeah, I fucking hate them. Absolutely hate ribbon cables. I wish people would stop using them in this hobby. I understand why some people still use them, but I still hate them. Back in my day, I had to pry the Corsair sign off using every bit of strength to find that final screw. Oh my goodness. These ones here have cheese switches. So from Keybay Tech. There's like 50 screws in a ribbon cable. Actual pain. Yeah, bro. I don't, you know, I'll even say like, I don't care for all the screws. Fine, whatever. But like ribbon cables kill me out. 90% of the time, I have shaky hands naturally. And like, I just suck at doing ribbon cables. I'm terrible at it. Daily photos reminder. Can we possibly do that before stream tomorrow? That's why, one of the reasons why I wanted to go early. Possibly do it before stream tomorrow, and then we'll do it another day too. Juan, compliment. I didn't even see that. God damn. Juan, let me tell you, if you were a keyboard and you were complex to build, I would never complain, all right, Juan? Never complain one time. I would just do my duty of building you and then give you a good old kiss in the forehead. Love you, Juan. I hope you're having a great day, okay? No, I'm never going to complain about you, all right? I honestly got over screws with the Aero 75, 16s to get the PCB. Yeah, I mean, like, even nowadays, I think we've leaned away from doing, like, thousands of gaskets on a keyboard. So, again, the keyboard world has completely shifted over the last little bit, and that's fine. That's totally fine. I think just we've kind of, as a hobby, our preferences over the last, like, especially 2 years, I'm definitely seeing we've refined the preferences. We've kind of, like, funneled all the stuff we've been like, is this a good idea? And we've put it in a funnel, and now it's all coming out, and we're just like, aha, we have like one or two things that we really like since we've, you know, really sorted through what we've played with. So anyways, that's my 2 cents. You give him a kiss, not the rest of us. Here, everyone gets a kiss. All right, guys. Boom, all variety is gone. Well, I think the fun thing about variety with keyboards is there's always going to be variety. Like, there's still really awesome, unique projects. This year here, we've had some crazy, unique projects come out. I think it's more funneling out some of the stuff that just doesn't work. And I think that's, like, the biggest thing, right? So, like, for example, not for nothing, I think the majority of people in at least North America have really figured out that, hey, we really don't absolutely go crazy for things like 1.2 millimeter flex cut PCBs. And I think kind of being like, all right, well, this is not really a popular choice anymore because it's kind of limiting, or giving us other options has become the thing that's kind of like, well, we're funneling our preferences, and now we're kind of understanding what's good and what's like objectively good and objectively bad. Obviously, the example I just gave was a bit of preference there, but I do think there's some truth to having options. Custom keyboards, usually a lot of options is a good thing. I don't know, maybe just me. Thoughts on the Gem 80? Gem 80 ended up being a fun little board. I actually really enjoyed it. It was a cool little style it had. Definitely more of like that silicone dampener, you know, sound profile, you know, typical like foamy sound profile. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. I actually really enjoyed it. I always thought it was a smart looking keyboard with some good little features in it. Alright though, guys, we're going to be doing the Mode Encore tomorrow, Mr. Matthew Encina's board. I think we're streaming that at around 7 p.m. I'll double check if Matthew and everyone else is good to do 7 p.m. still, because I know they had asked to switch it last minute. We'll be doing that tomorrow. So Yeah, I also made an article about the Gem 80. I've been writing a lot of articles about boards that have been kind of interesting me. The Gem 80 was one of them. So if you guys are interested in reading some of those things too, I write a lot of articles these days. I even wrote one the other day about 5 keyboards that I think are great that you can pick up now, which I think a few people ended up really liking. Encore is going to be limited. I can't remember the exact amount off the top of my head though, so I might have to circle back there. All right, let's see if we can go raid. Mr. Bouquet Bob doing a protagonist. All right, we're raiding Bob. Gotta check out the article out. Yeah, there's a few fun articles I've written in the last few days. I've also updated the stabilizer ranking guide. Did that for you guys too. All right, guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow, and then I'll see you guys Monday. So I just switched around Saturday and Sunday this week, so we're not doing Sunday stream. We're due Saturday. We'll do photos tomorrow morning too, or I guess tomorrow before stream, not morning, before we actually get into the meat of the build tomorrow. So bye, everyone. Thanks for being here. Really fun hanging out and fun conversations, as usual. I love you guys, man. You guys are fucking awesome. It's such a good community we got. What scale do I use? I think it might be in my kit list, Krydar, but I don't remember which brand it is. It's just an Amazon one. It's not special. All right, guys. Take care. Bye-bye, everybody. Love you.